Thomas and friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them, because you helped me to make them. Your loving Daddy.
The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas! Hello, Thomas! Hello, everybody! Welcome to the island of Sodor. Today on the island of Sodor, we find out what happens when Fergus tries to do things right. And we watch Gordon going for a very long slide. But first, Thomas helps Sir Topham Hatt get ready for the harvest fireworks display. Thomas is ready to leave the station. He is tingling with excitement. What's Thomas pulling today? Thomas trundles out of the station tugging teddy bears. Thomas trundles out of the station tugging teddy bears and teacups. Now Thomas trundles out of the station tugging teddy bears, teacups, and tablecloths. Can you remember what Thomas is tugging? Thomas trundles out of the station tugging teddy bears, teacups, and tablecloths. I wonder what's next. Thomas trundles out of the station tugging teddy bears, teacups, tablecloths, and a teapot. Can you remember all the things that Thomas was tugging? Let's see. Thomas trundles out of the station tugging teddy bears, teacups, tablecloths, and a teapot. Can you guess where Thomas is going? Thomas is trundling to a teddy bear's tea party. One day, he was on his way to the quarry. He had a special job to do for Sir Topham Hatt. "Hello," whistled Thomas. "Watch out for Bill and Ben, the twins," said Thomas. "They love to make mischief."
"I won't let young rascals rattle me."
"You don't know the twins like I do," warned Thomas. Fergus liked helping Mavis, but he didn't like the way the twins were behaving one bit. Bill banged his freight cars hard. Some rocks fell onto the track.
"Do it right!"
Fergus ordered.
"Don't interfere!"
He snapped back. Then Ben pushed his freight cars to block the line. Fergus was stuck.
"Out of my way!"
Steamed Fergus. But Ben just grinned. The next day, the men were blasting rock.
"Wait for the all clear signal,"
Fergus called to Bill and Ben.
"Do it right!"
The quarry master sent Bill and Ben to collect a rock crusher from the harbor. "Well, the next thing he tells us to do," wheezed Bill, "we'll do it wrong." They laughed.
"The blasting has made that rock face unsafe,"
warned Fergus.
"Don't go near it. Do it right."
But the twins took no notice of Fergus. As roughly as they could, they rattled the load towards the cliff.
Look out!
Cried Fergus, and he rushed forward, and he bumped Bill and Ben out of the way. His driver jumped to safety as the rocks began to fall. But Fergus was covered in rocks right up to his funnel. It took a long time to dig him out. At last, Fergus was free. Bill and Ben were ashamed.
We shouldn't have been so naughty, said Bill.
We're very sorry, added Ben. Good, smiled Fergus.
From now on, we can all do it right together.
Today, Thomas must take a boat to the docks. But he needs to go under a bridge. Which is the best bridge for Thomas to go under? The first bridge is wide enough for Thomas and the boat. But what about the mast? This bridge isn't tall enough. What about this bridge? It's very tall. The mast will fit under that bridge. But is it wide enough? This bridge is much too narrow. What about this bridge? It's very tall, and it's very wide. Thomas can pull the boat under this bridge. Well done, Thomas. All the engines on Sir Topham Hatt's railway like to run on time. Emily is taking some grain to the flour mill. The miller is waiting for Emily. He can't make the flour until Emily has brought him the grain. Emily brings him the grain on time. The flour is soon ready. Then, Percy arrives to collect the flour. Percy is on his way. Percy is taking the flour to the baker. The baker is waiting for Percy. He can't bake his bread until Percy brings him the flour. Percy arrives on time. When the bread has been baked, Thomas arrives to collect it. Thomas is on his way. Thomas is taking the bread to market. The market lady is waiting for Thomas. She can't sell the bread until Thomas brings it to market. Thomas arrives on time. Emily took the grain to the mill where it was turned into flour. Then Percy took the flour to the bakery where it was turned into bread. Then Thomas took the bread to market. They all arrived on time. Now everyone can have toast for breakfast.